How's it going, guys? So we got a heavyweight fight that's coming up in a couple days between Dillian Whyte and Alexander Povetkin, and it's gonna be a very, very good fight. Two power punchers, good two left hook artists. It's gonna be a great fight, and yeah, I'm just basically gonna predict that Dillian Whyte's gonna win by a stoppage in the late rounds. And I'll get to why I believe he will do that, but I'll also get to how Povetkin can win as well, because I do think that he can win. He has a puncher's chance. He's been in the sport for a long time, and he definitely can beat Whyte. But for now, I'll get into why I believe Dillian Whyte will win. So in terms of just mindset or mentality, I think Dillian Whyte, he's got a lot more to lose in this fight. Ever since the Joshua loss, he's been working his way up, beating a lot of guys like Chisora, Hellenius, Brown, Parker, all these guys. He's serious about getting that rematch with Joshua, as well as fighting Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury for the WBC, the real WBC belt. But yeah, so in terms of this fight, I think Dillian Whyte, his main goal in this fight should be to work the body in the first few rounds, in the early rounds. I believe that because, that's what he's known for, is throwing those hooks and uppercuts to the body. But also, Povetkin, he's the older guy. He's gonna probably wear down a bit more than Whyte. And listen, I don't like basing fighters off age most of the time, because I believe that age, it's whatever you make it out to be. If you feel old, you're old, all that shit. You see Bernard Hopkins, he retired at a very late age. Same with Klitschko, kind of. So, I don't know. Age, it does play a factor, so that's why I'm saying it's a small factor, but yeah, I think Dillian Whyte, he's gonna go to the body in the first few rounds. But yeah, another thing he needs to do, utilize his jab. He's got a really good jab. He gets I don't hear a lot of people talking about his jab too much. He used it in the Rivas fight pretty well. He doesn't really how should I say outbox in a way like Tyson Fury, where he kind of dances around the ropes. It's more just for measuring the distance and keeping his opponent away from him so that they don't land those shots. So yeah, that's another factor. And yeah, I think use the overhand right as well at times. But I think Whyte, he's gonna knock Povetkin out with a counter left hook. As you've seen in a lot of Whyte's past fights. The Joshua fight as well as the Parker fight. Whenever they would throw a right hand or a right cross, Whyte would immediately just counter with his left hook over it. And I believe that if Whyte's gonna knock Povetkin out, it's gonna be with that shot. I think he can knock him out with a right hand, but I just see the fight playing out with a left hook knockout. So that being said, I think he's going to do that in the later rounds. But that being said, I'll move on to Povetkin. So Povetkin, he's been in the game a long time. He fought Klitschko, he fought Takam, all these guys. I think he's an underdog in this fight, I believe. He lost, his last loss was to Joshua. Then he beat Fury, and then Hunter. It was a draw. So, yeah, I think that what Povetkin can do, I think he really needs to get on the inside of Whyte, which is obvious because he's a shorter fighter. And you saw in the Joshua fight, whenever he would get on the inside, he would, that's when he would land his shots. So yeah, as well as I think Povetkin's timing, it really needs to be on point in this fight, which it usually is. You know, as you've seen in the Hunter fight and the Fury fight. You know, he was catching Fury with, and when I say Fury, I mean Fury. He was catching Fury with right hands. You know, like Fury, he was just walking into those right hands that Povetkin was throwing. I don't know if Dillian Whyte is going to walk into them. I think he's going to be a bit smarter than Fury is. Or than Fury was, excuse me. But yeah, as well as, you know, I think using his feints as well is a key factor. You know, I noticed in the Fury fight, sometimes he would feint with the right hand and then come up with that leaping left hook that he possesses. You know, and I want to talk about Whyte and Povetkin's left hook. So even though they both got some of the best hooks, they're both different in that Whyte is more of a counter left hook guy. You know, he sometimes does throw the check left hook, but you know, it's really just the counter hook that he knocks people out with. While Povetkin's hook, it's more of a leaping left hook, you know, kind of like a gazelle hook, I guess. But yeah, I do believe Whyte has the more powerful left hook though. But anyway, back to Povetkin. Yeah, I think if he wins this fight, it's gonna have to be in the early rounds. I think maybe, I mean, not like a first round or second round, but you know, something like a fifth or sixth, or fourth. Yeah, but I don't know. I just don't see it going that way. You know, I think Whyte. I think he has the more powerful hook. And I think he's just, you know, he's the fresher fighter out of the two. That's, you know, what I believe. Yeah, so my prediction, it's Dillian Whyte. I'd say it goes past round 9. I think, but it's one of those rounds past that where he knocks Povetkin out. Anyway, I'm probably gonna wrap this video up because you know, this is like my first YouTube video, and for some reason YouTube won't let me post a video that's past 15 minutes. So yeah, that's basically my prediction. If you guys have a different prediction, or just have a prediction, you know, let me know in the comments below, because I definitely would like to hear it. And yeah, this is definitely going to be a good fight. You know, if Povetkin wins, yeah, I guess he's the WBC mandatory, I guess. But if Dillian Whyte wins, he's obviously, you know, mandatory. He's gonna, you know, he would fight either Fury or Wilder, depending on how their fight goes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll probably do a review of the fight after it happens. And yeah, I hope you know, stay safe in these times, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.